Why have a tummy tuck if you're gonna have more kids? That's always one of the issues with when you've done things and when people are aware of it, they don't quite know how to connect the dots. Hey friends, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be addressing something that I have basically addressed this before, but it's creating confusion among some people who aren't quite sure about certain things, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clear it up. Before I get into it, if you're new here, definitely hit the subscribe button to keep up with my pregnancy journey, my tubal reversal journey, me going to be a mom of 5, sharing being a toddler mom, and the whole 9 yards. There's a lot going on, so definitely subscribe to follow my journey. And for those of you that are avid viewers, definitely hit the like button, as well as leave a comment down in the comment section below, just sharing your thoughts on today's topic and this video in general. So before I begin, y'all, check out this hair. I did my hair recently. I'm pretty sure you guys would have seen it, but I've never actually just, like, you know, put myself together with it. This is the first time that I'm really loving it like this. I had my edges done nicely and it was like, but it's just one of those days where I feel like fantastic, you know, where and just feel good and confident even though you're on the verge of being 30 weeks pregnant. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Someone made the comment about me having a tummy tuck and say, like, why have a tummy tuck if you're gonna have more kids? And their comment was just like literally read as such. It was just like very blunt, very to the point, very cut to the chase. They didn't beat around the bush at all. But sometimes I kind of wonder, I'm like, when people write questions like that, do they ever stop to maybe think as to how that might occur? I don't know. I guess for me, I'm like a very commonsensical person. Is that even a word? Where I would like to think and give people benefit of the doubt that they aren't gonna go and have a tummy tuck if maybe it wasn't like a solidified thing. If I didn't feel like a particular journey was coming to an end, maybe like the childbearing journey. However, I'm aware that there are people too that are very antsy and they'll have a baby or two and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna have a tummy tuck, even though they have full intentions of having more kids. So I guess I can understand why that person was like very straightforward, because I guess they're just like, why would you do that? Well, in my case, I had my 3 girls earlier on. I had them very young, gained a lot of weight, and I was just in a totally different place in my life. Hubby and I were in a different place, and at that point I was like, I'm done. So I just thought, after those 3, my life was going to be more just focused on school, which I just completed. I know, after such a long time. I just thought my life was going to be in a different direction. At some point or another, we thought about adoption, so I kind of thought at some point in the future I would probably add to the family, but I didn't necessarily think it was going to be traditional birth, or, you know, or I shouldn't say traditional birth, because honestly nothing about my birth is necessarily traditional, but I didn't think it was going to be through the form of me delivering a baby. However, sometimes God has other plans. Our hearts have other plans. Years and years later, I am still with the same husband. I'm still with the same partner. And I mean, it took a lot of communication and stuff, but we were on the same page with wanting to have another child. And so I had my tubes untied. Now, I did have the tummy tuck 18 months after I had my second last youngest, who is currently 12. I had a tummy tuck after her because at that point I thought I was done. And then, yeah, that's like the reality of it all. I thought I was done, and like I said, we're just here again. And if your heart changes, if your mind changes, what can we do, you know? And if you have the resources available to you to do certain things, and you seek God's approval and you pray about it, and you feel like you've gotten the answered prayers and direction, I mean, why not, you know? And so that's where I'm at. So even just outside the tummy tuck, this whole decision of having more kids after having a tummy tuck has been really thought out, because it wasn't just about the tummy tuck. It was me also having to have a reversal, because I actually had tied my tubes, which was like the definitive, you know, decision thing that occurred that kind of indicated that I was done having children. So it's a surprise, and it's been a shock to even know that I'm here again, but it's been the biggest blessing of my life. And so to answer your question, it's just, why have a tummy tuck when you're gonna have more kids? It wasn't planned that way, but sometimes plans change. And it's my plan, my husband's plan, and we're happy with our change, and we're happy with the plan. And I'm just, I guess, from my journey and experience, that's why I did kind of create this channel, as well as just want to share my experience. For those of you guys who are teeter-tottering on the fence of stuff, maybe you realize that, wait a second, maybe you should just wait and hold off, because if you're teeter-tottering now, you might end up wanting more kids. And what do you do after you tie it? It's just more work to fulfill your heart's desire. So would I choose to tie my tubes again, knowing that I want more kids? No. Would I have a tummy tuck again, knowing that I would want more kids? Absolutely not. It's just one of those things that kind of came, and you know, I thought I was, my mind, my thought process was just in a different state of mind, and I went with the process then. And now we are here at this particular place 8 to 10 years later, and my mind has definitely changed. So then you can understand why I've had one tubal reversal baby, and now I'm currently pregnant with another. So I don't know what to say. It's a very simplified answer, but I know I'm not the only one who've made this decision. I know there have been lots of you guys, many of you guys, who have commented on my videos as well, sharing your experience and saying that you've had a tummy tuck and now you've been pregnant. I mean, in my case, I legit had my tubes tied, indicating that, you know, like for me, I actually, like, I thought I was done. But I've had people who've reached out sharing that they have had a tummy tuck because they thought they were done, and they end up having, you know, becoming pregnant. Sometimes it's not even on purpose for some people. It just happens. It's I don't want to say an accident. I don't want to call anyone's child an accident, but sometimes slip-ups happen or things happen, and one falls pregnant or becomes pregnant after having gone through a surgery. Because you can have a tummy tuck to change your body, and then you can still wind up pregnant. So it's not necessarily like life-altering in that sense, where it's gonna change your, like, it can change your life, but it's not gonna change your life as in you could never bear kids or have kids down the road. So yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. That's always one of the issues with when you've done things and when people are aware of it, they don't quite know how to connect the dots, because they're just like, over here you're saying you had a tummy tuck, and here you are having more babies, and to them they can't see they can't connect the dots, and it's totally understandable. So I'm not bashing anyone for asking that question. You know, that's okay. That's what this platform is for, to learn, to share, to educate, and to also inspire and motivate each other. And so I hope you guys can get that from this video, or just from any of my videos that I put out, really. And I hope this answered your question to the person who actually asked it. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, definitely hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new. And until next time, guys. Oh, also, don't hesitate to ask any questions that you'd love to see answered in the form of a video. That would be really appreciated, and I think that's where this question was from too. So keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Until next time, much love.